Hey everybody, what's it, Fox Gaming here. So I've got a crazy PvP build for you today. This actually works in PvE as well, by the way. This build is definitely not going to be meta. It's not one of those sort of videos, but if you want to have a lot of fun in conflicts and you don't mind dying a few times if you're going to get yourself a couple of crazy plays, then this is the build for you. I've been testing this out all day today and like loads of different variants. I tried it with hardwired and some other stuff, and I feel that this is the right combination. So hopefully I don't load into a super sweaty game whilst I'm solo queuing. But I am really looking forward to showcasing. So this is what I call my double explosion build. This build centers around the explosive delivery talent. Whenever you throw a skill, 1.5 seconds after landing, it creates an explosion, damaging enemies within 5 meters. Damage scales with skill tier, dealing 25 to 100% damage of a concussion grenade, at once most per skill. So I'll be getting 100% damage of my concussion grenade. Now, if you don't know, concussion grenades are buffed by explosive damage. So what I've tried to do here is factor in some pieces that will benefit that. I've tried to go for skill haste and skill damage with a bit of status effect across this build. So what we'll do is we'll start from the top and work our way down. We decided instead of going for Demolitionist, which yes, I know you're going to say, Fox, run Demolitionist, it's 10% damage, 10% explosive damage and 5% damage to targets out of cover. It's the best in slot for an explosive build. And you know what, guys and girls, you are absolutely right. But the only reason I switched to Technician was so that I could get 1 blue on my build and still get the 1 skill tier from Technician, which keeps this build, as you can see there, at skill tier 6. So that's the only reason that I've done it. We've gone for 2 instinct weapons, and that's only because sometimes it's a bit clunky to swap off of your skills and I end up accidentally swapping weapons. So just by having 2 instinct weapons, I'm always going to have the ability to give myself 30% extra skill damage. I've gone for 2 very good ARs, by the way. The Police M4 and the FAL are pretty much best in slot for any weapon that can have the long under barrel rail. They're like really high damage in ARs, and the FAL in particular is my all-time favourite. She's my baby. I've gone for 2-piece Grupo Sombra because the second piece gives us the 15% explosive damage, and you can see I was able to re-roll this into skill tier because I was lucky enough to get that. If you can't do that, don't worry about it. Just get a Grupo holster or knees or something and have your Wyvern or whatever up here. The second piece is the gloves. Look how well rolled these are. I got these from a legendary mission. It wasn't even Grupo. They dropped a while ago, actually, like pretty much as soon as they buffed the loot. Max skill haste, max skill damage, rerolled to skill tier. Beautiful. You love to see it. My chest piece, as you know, has explosive delivery. That's rolled into status effects and skill damage, and the status effect is important here, but you do want to have all of your mods as skill haste, by the way. But you definitely want a bit of status effect on here, and I'll explain why that is in a second. The 1 piece gives us explosive damage, and we do have the 2 piece, which is the knees, that gives us the skill haste. Also very important in this build. My original version had hardwired, which negated the need for that, but the damage was too low, so I've decided to just roll into as much skill haste as possible. This is status effect and skill damage, which is perfectly fine. The holster is a Wyvern for the extra skill damage, very important for this build, and this is skill damage and skill haste, again very well rolled. If you can't get them as high as this, don't worry, this build will still excel. And then finally we have the single piece Eclipse Protocol backpack. Now you may be wondering why I'm running this. I think it's a bug. I'm going to say it's a bug. There's a bug with a talent. So if you don't know, with gear sets you get a talent that buffs the 4-piece bonus that you get from that gear set. So the 4-piece here is indirect transmission, and then the chest and the backpack buff that further, usually by reducing cooldowns or increasing damage or whatever else. Symptom Aggravator amplifies, that's multiplicative, all damage you deal to status affected targets by 15%. Now the reason I think this is bugged is if you look at any other gear set, so let's just go in, why am I not running? And why is it so dark in here? Turn on the lights, boys and girls. See, that's red, Trauma Specialist, and it even says requires rules of full engagement. Increase red, white and strength debuff. Increases signature weapon damage by 20% and doubles the amount you get from aggressive recon. They always require the 4-piece perk to be active. This one does not. You can run this backpack with any build and you will still get 15% multiplicative damage to any target that is affected by a status effect. And I have tested this. Yes, it works. It's a fantastic option. Because it's so easy to roll these, and you get the blueprint from the season pass level season 2, I think. Was it season 2? I think it was. It might have been season 1 actually. I might be getting myself confused here. I think it was TU9 or something. But anyway, there's a good chance you'll have the blueprint for this. If not, you have to farm gear sets. I got this with skill damage. It's only 5.3, but that's fine. So I re-rolled it to blue just to make myself a little bit more tanky because this build can be clunky to play. We are running the Explosive Seeker Mine because this is buffed by both skill damage status effects, and in fact it's also buffed by explosive damage as well. So 3 things are buffing this. In conjunction with the symptom aggravator perk, which we're going to get from our other skill, this is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to create a double explosion because we've got the explosive delivery, and the way that I'm making sure that it hits people with both explosions, yep, you've already guessed it, I am using riot foam. So let me quickly demonstrate how this works. We're playing PvP, we're in a conflict game, and we've got that 1 blue armor, so we're a little bit tanky, not too tanky. You always have your chem launcher in your hand ready. The moment you see an enemy, you pop it. You have to throw your skill where it's landed. You get the white circle and the orange circle. Green? Where did green come from? Now in that window you want to try and fire your weapon to get the extra damage, of course. So what that essentially does is give us a massive radius. Now I know it says 5 meters there for the explosion, but that's not very well worded. It's 5 meters from the center, so it's actually a 10 meter radius circle, and the radius is like 12 meters, I think. Blast radius 5.2, so I guess that's 10.4. So that's essentially how you do it. And when you foam them, didn't actually work there because it's a bit buggy in here. When you foam them, you're getting the buff from symptom aggravator. So let's try that one more time. Throw that out. Get a shot off. Now, for those of you that don't know, if you fire your in sync before a skill detonates, it still gives you the extra damage. I've heard a lot of people in my comments say you need to proc it before you even throw the skill. I can confirm that is not true. As long as in sync is active before the skill applies damage, you can fire it after you've thrown the skill. So that's essentially how the build works. It's crazy fun. Honestly, I've never had this much fun with the build. I tested this in one game and it was awesome. The downside to this build, not using hardwired, is our cooldowns. We have to wait. That's not true at all because skill haste is on. It's 20 seconds, I think, 19 seconds, maybe a bit less. So this isn't a build you're going to get a lot of kills with, but if you just want to have a crazy, stupid game, this is the build for you. Why is it still showing 5.3 seconds? Okay, it's like 17, 18 seconds or something. So yeah, really, really easy to play. Well, not really easy, but you just have your chem launcher in your hand when you're running, so make sure it's highlighted orange. You pop it at the enemy's feet, throw out your skill, afterwards you fire your gun, big double explosion. Oh, look at that. It's awesome. You could even make this a triple explosion build if you really want to, just by throwing a grenade afterwards, but that takes way too long to do. I mean, potentially you could throw the grenade first. This build works in PvE as well, by the way. I tested it in PvE, and yes, it does work. It's a bit better with hardwire because you have it more frequently, but let's try the triple explosion. Grenade. Ah, I'm going to try that in PvP. Triple explosion. I've titled this build the double explosion build, but it's a triple explosion build. So, yeah, you can see already how much fun this is going to be. Now, please don't give me some hate for using riot foam. I know it's cheesy, I know people don't like it, but I've said this in previous videos. Riot foam can easily be countered. It's not like the old efficient meta where people just spec heavily into incoming repairs. And obviously efficient on a firewall grenade, firewall armor kit. That could not be countered. The only way you could counter that basically was by being a super sweaty awesome team, or just having more efficient users than them. That is what I class as true cheese. If people choose to run Eclipse or Riot Foam, it can be countered very simply by running a 2 Sescal 1 Jarl build. You can really, really easily get your and then just running Hazard on every piece, and you still retain a lot of damage if you run something like Lady Death. So yes, it can be countered. No, I don't class Riot Foam as too cheesy. Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy, and I appreciate that Massive have already stated in a previous state of the game that they are going to be looking at it in the future. But yeah, I'm just going to say that, guys, that's my opinion. You can disagree with me if you like, and you can hammer me with the dislikes if you really feel that strongly about it. But I'm just going to say that it can be countered, which is why I don't class it as a true cheese build. Because if I get riot foamed in PvP by 3 people and it keeps happening, I'll just stick on my Hazard build. It's Lady Death. I've already uploaded the video, so you've probably seen it. It's got Intimidate, it's got Adrenaline Rush, it absolutely slaps, and I'm Hazard immune. Nobody can set me on fire, nobody can foam me unless they're on a max status build. And I can still get loads of kills. And I can switch that in half a second in a PvP game. You know, the efficient meta, the true cheese meta, or even the TP Pestilence, it just couldn't be countered. Not very easily anyway, so that's my honest opinion there. If you disagree with that, please let me know in the comments. You know, I know there's a lot of hate around Riot Foam, but this is just a stupid cheesy build. I'm not going to get a lot of kills here. I'm going to die a lot here, but you know what? It's going to be good fun. And is that not why we all play video games in the first place? I mean, I hope it is. Right, let's go die 17 times just to get one cool explosive kill. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be fun with my 2 teammates instead of my 3. Ah, game. Why is it doing this to me? So really, you don't want to be front line here. I mean, you've got 1 blue on the build anyway. It's 5 yellows, obviously 6 with the technician and 1 blue, but you've only got 900k armor with your watch, 10% armor maxed out, so you do not want to be front line here. A little thing with the Seeker Mine, if you just drop it at your feet, it doesn't detonate it. You have to physically hold it down and throw it. If you don't want to throw it, just aim in. So for controller users, that's the left trigger, and it will just put it away. I see you, buddy. So I've got my chem launcher in my hand here.
Rogue Stinger Hive detected.
Screw it, I'm pushing this guy. I'm doing it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm a little bit scared. Oh, I did not detonate that correctly. I actually killed myself.
Agent down. Agent killed.
I let go of the right bumper too early. Okay.
Rogue Defender drone
Don't worry about
detected.
it. Don't judge it. Let it happen. It's going to happen, and you'll enjoy it. I promise you. This video is purely for the lols. It's not here to say, "Ah, boys and girls, this is a super sweaty, super awesome in-sync spotter meta build that you're going to get 18 kills a game with." It's not that build. It's not that build at all. And just to clarify, I have played 1 Crucible game. Crucible? Well, we're playing Destiny now. Where did that come from? I've played 1 conflict game with this build, and that was with Hardwired. I've tested it in PvE for about 2 hours or so, just to get kind of the mechanics down, but it's, you know, I'm not going to get loads of kills here, let's be honest. Or maybe I will, who knows? Maybe I'll surprise myself. So team, you need to carry me here, boys and girls. You need to carry me. I want a big hard carry here. Oh, can we get the old flank on these boys? This could be good. If there's 2 or 3 in here, this is going to be some big damage.
Boost.
Oh, we got a kill! We got our first kill! So now I've got to wait 10 seconds, which is fine.
Boost online.
I'm going to chase this guy down because that's what a pro gamer would do.
Allies are acquiring the boost.
Hello.
Allies have acquired the boost. An agent needs assistance.
Oh, he's already low health anyway. Oh, he's not low health, there's my teammate that was low health. And to be fair, that was just from instinct being procced. I have no weapon damage on this build. Ah, I didn't get the old... Nah, okay, that backfired a bit there. Oh, it didn't! I still got the kill! Four seconds wait. So this is why I'm not running hardwire, because I felt that in conflict you do come up with engagements less than in PvE, like in just heroic missions and so on, so that's why I chose not to run it this way. And I wanted the extra explosive damage. But yeah, this is honestly, this is the most fun you will have in a conflict game, I can promise you that. He just sort of stood there and was like, nope. Come on, buddy, don't be scared. Don't make me get impatient and push out and die to 4 people, because you know I will.
Detected.
I'm doing it. I'm pushing out and dying to 4 people. It's happening. Oh, I just heard. There he is. It killed him. This build is so good. Run away.
Striker drone detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected.
4 seconds, I'm going to push back now. Oh, another good thing I forgot to mention with Technician, if you have your chem launcher in your hand. That was 900k damage, how is he still alive? If you have your chem launcher in your hand, watch my health bar. You get bonus armor, 15%.
I'm sending you a specialization supply. The enemy is about to be pulled out.
5 seconds, I've got to be real clever here.
Agent down.
and you get all the weapon damage from in sync. Look at this. There's so much synergy. So much synergy. I love this build. I love it. This is my favourite build. Teammates killed him.
Supply drop being claimed.
Let's see if we can just gun this guy down. Not very quickly.
The specialization supply
10
drop was
seconds.
picked up by a friendly.
Come on. Come on. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he died anyway.
No one's retreating. The fight continues. There are no more rogue reinforcements.
Oh, I didn't even realize you had a separate animation for having the cam in your hand, but I guess that makes sense. If you don't know, there's a unique animation for having a pistol in your hand whilst you melee. I'll quickly show you all that now because we're winning this game. Look at that, you do a little flip. Little pistol butt. That's cool, I like that. So yeah, if you have your right thumb in your hand, you get the bonus armor 15%, which is a nice little feature of Technician.
Rogue defender drone detected.
The only problem is, being a skill build, this isn't going to work in their spawn. But that's why it's nice to have in sync on it as well, because you do get the weapon damage, the 30% weapon damage as well, so it can work. I like this build. I'm sure you could tell from my giddy excitement throughout the whole video that I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, let's have a look at the end result, shall we? I definitely got carried by my team there, so to all of you in that game, if you're watching this, thank you very much. You did a great job. Whilst I'm waiting for the scores, actually, I just want to thank everybody else for the continued support of the channel. We've hit well over 2,000 subscribers in a month, actually, which I never thought would happen in a million years. So you guys have been fantastic. I've really enjoyed giving you the content that I do, and you know, the fact that 2,000 plus of you are enjoying it back is, you know, if I had one subscriber, it'd make it worth it. I enjoy doing it. Yeah, thank you guys and girls. I'm really happy about it. 7 kills, 1 death, 3 assists, 13 mil damage. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's not a bad game. You know, I think I had a very competent team there. Those guys would definitely carry me there. So thank you again to my team. So yeah, if you like the content, give us a like and a subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want, of course. What's more important to me than the likes and subscribe is the comments. Please let me know your thoughts. I want to know if you've come up with a similar build, if this is totally unique and you're going to start maining this, if you've got any suggestions for it. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. If you come up with something better and I prefer it, I will credit you in the video and I will repost the video. Thanks again for watching to the end if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.